Okay. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Hello, beautiful people wherever you are. Welcome back. It's Anders Kogintu, back again to the session as normal. So as we can just make these things come out clean and more fantastic wherever you are. Thank you very much for you being tuned and waiting for this kind of the moment to come, because always the report has to come out very clean. Much of the reports already and to the entanglement. I've seen Aaron Dante live. He has reached in Kenya and things gonna be coming. Wait for the session. I've seen, thank you very much, and well-being and kudos and respect to Minihawi. She has already delivered. And also we have much of the things to talk about. Thank you very much, Casta. She has reached in Kenya already and things are so fantastic. As we commence, and also even may have the breaking news, it's going to be coming. Brand new car. So wait for it. I don't want to have too much of the people to have a hesitation outside there talk about, oh, Gintu, where are you getting the money? Wait for the moment to come. Brand new car. And it's on the road reaching home, and things gonna be so awesome, so fantastic. So wait for it. It's a brand new. Here it's attached. Exactly. Guys, as we commence and we do this kind of the things to come forward, I've seen Aaron Dante has reached in Kenya. Wagwan, all the people, wherever you are. And I see he was just talking about the differentiation between talk about the mats, which are the supermarkets in Kenya, compared to the US supermarkets, how they are. We have some mini supermarket, we have supermarkets themselves, and we also have some mats. So, and also we have the malls. So he went to one of the supermarket and he was just reiterating around to check on how the things are coming out more some fantastic and to that kind of the position in Kenya already. So he has localized. So the things that are now coming out is he coming to check on who ejaculated, who pump, who pumped it in, and he wants to confirm it. Very fantastic, because the lady never talked to her. You understand whom I'm talking about? And he wants to confirm whose baby is going to be born, because this lady gonna be interrogating and not telling people who is behind the scene. And you know the Bible says that if you practice this kind of the things, like hanging some carelessly hanging some cucumbers here and there, and yet you have not been married, you are making a sin. I don't know now if it is a sin, whatever I'm seeing and whatever is just taking place, because right now people have been replaced unto the villa, very fantastic, and things are heterozygous, confusively, and things are now coming to the worstest moment. Let's wait, because he was asking muchly about, in that kind of the supermarket, was asking about the laundry machine, and he was talking about, is it combining the drying and everything? So it's just called the versatility. Versatility means that it's going to be doing 2 to 3 jobs at one machine. That is the versatility of the machines, and which is one thing that's enabling the machines to be so punctual and be selected at first, because they can multitask. So he was asking about the laundry machine. I don't know if it's our demon going to be now having a baby, no more touching the clothes and the fuafuaration here. So things going to be coming out clean. So you're going to be getting, or is there any other person who is taking over Aaron Dante? Things are going to be coming out very fantastic, because I'm with a fantastic side eye, bombastic side eye coming to, because I want to be notify you whatever is just taking place and to Nairobi, because much of the things it's just you are waiting for the moment to hear that the demon is going to be transported with the Lady J to Nairobi, so as you can just meet with him. And that is the breaking news that's going to be coming. And for the people who think about whatever, you will know who is who ejaculated, and you know how they are crying. The more you exactly who, yeah, you're gonna be knowing who, in terms of making sure that the uterus is coming out like something else. Exactly. And it's not a pressure, it's some of the fantastic fruits. Somebody stood very firmly and he talked about this is yours. Yeah, no. For the people who misuse that kind of a sound, thank you very much. Yeah. So that's the fantastic moment. You can understand how it's coming. So the fantastic moment is everyone wants to know who is who and why is the demon lying about this kind of the thing. We know that whenever the stomach is coming out, we know ejaculation happened. We know the conjugal rights happen. We know everything happened. We know which kind of the style. We don't know the style, yes, but we know that maybe wheelbarrow style, maybe missionary style, maybe maybe Ginto style, maybe Kanga style. I don't know which kind of the style, but whatever we see the stomach is this way, we know that there's something that was exactly. So you understand, the song was to make sure that you're gonna be getting the point how it's gonna be swept away. So the fantastic moment is when right now everybody is asking, who is the baby daddy? Who is this kind of the fetus daddy? You know, now it's not called a baby daddy right now. It's called a fetus daddy. Oh, an embryo daddy. Oh? We are in an embryo. I think we are in an embryo. Who is the embryo daddy? Because we have not reached in a fetus. Because whenever it reaches to the fetus, now that's a baby already. Now it's, or is it an embryo or an egg? Let's have it. An embryo daddy. So we don't know who is an embryo daddy to the demon. Because we are still asking this kind of the moment how gonna be coming and things gonna be coming to you live. Because the NBI is on it. And we're gonna be knowing who is there. Embryo daddy, because things are gonna be coming to you. Whenever you see that Ginto is in the work, Ginto is already in the work, and I'm gonna be bringing much of the vibe and everything how it's going on round and getting you to the faster information channel. It's _ Ginto here. First time you getting into this kind of the channel. Thank you very much for you being there. Subscribe, like, share, so as you can just groove together as a team as we democratize and make things happen outside there. It's the live television. Whenever you're coming from, and the G is the host. Here we go. We make it happen as we level it up. Exactly. So guys, that's the fantastic moment that we're going to be having from the other side of the Iron Dante. And I think he ever had the video that I was talking about the room that he ever meant to make sure that it's helping much of the people at the villa. It was misused. It is the one that he ever targeted at somebody special or somebody who needs somewhere to sleep like a guest will ever sleep. And the conman was the one who was doing some shenanigans there. It will be so nactic and stupid whenever you will ever hear this kind of the ornamentals, that this kind of the people are becoming ornamental and becoming, because even the sex toys are located there, and cucumbers live automatic, is it called automatic cucumbers? They are levelized there. So it will just note that even the baby oils are located there. That's why you see sometimes Gunmo is walking this way. You will just think about whatever is just happening is what. And it's always whenever it's just coming out, you'll think that maybe, hey, things are so worse. So whenever you will know the people who are accessing the Aaron Dante's house in the Kenge Villa, you'll just wonder. Because Gunmo, hey, the Konimam, hey. Now you have seen the house is being under cleanness, because we're gonna be having a visitor coming to the Kenge Villa. Exactly, because everything is so fun that you have checked. She is talking about be prepared. I want to be taking over the game in the villa. Why? Because the visitor is coming. And the visitor who is coming to check, because he's coming with the laundry machine to the Kenge fraternity, because Anastasia was the one who was washing the clothes. They have just Anastasia like a rubbish. And they're now wanting to represent Anastasia with a laundry machine. That is the most incredible moment ever possible that is coming out in that kind of the postcrums and the oscrums of the day. You have to get it, and that is the moment. We ever thought about Anastasia could be one of the ladies who could be helped from that kind of the family. But it's the one who is being declined, and we never her. And whenever we approached to make sure that we are taking care of her, it was so chaotic. Everybody was coming out talk about her, going to leave that kind of the lady. Even Gake one day called me. Even they opened a YouTube channel and commented in my post the same day, just opening a YouTube channel in 2 hours and commenting in my comment. I got it in 2 hours. So I knew that things are just krakatooing here, because that they never wanted us to help such kind of a lady, so as she can just acclimatize herself and know that the days are moving, and the more they're wasting her time, she's gonna be in a lose moment. And that is the real fact story, because she was ever complaining, and she ever called one of the YouTubers in the UK, so as she can go there and be given a job of a maid. And this kind of the YouTuber said that I don't recommend that to get a visa to the UK, it will be so hard for her, and it will just take much of the time. So she doesn't recommend her to go to the UK. Let her study here and give out the problems that will be sorted out with much of the people. People are so willing to make sure that this kind of a girl, she is studying, but whatever is just by faulting, because of one of the Muzungu is approaching the villa. Now they have been dismantled and dismissed with an immediate effect. I don't know if there's any pay. I don't know if they have discussed about are you going to pay this kind of the lady. I don't know, but they're going to be replacing them with a laundry machine. That's the work they were ever doing. It's just washing the clothes and making sure that things are happening. So right now the demon, she is here to the river and to the villa. She has migrated live from her home, and she's now living at the villa to make sure that she is delivering there, and the laundry machine is going to be coming. So whenever I tell you something, get it in the quotation. Get me to know, because I'm always breaking you the news and giving you much of the hints how they're gonna be coming out very fantastic and more elaborative with the real G outside here. Keep it tuned, keep it locked. Enjoyment session gonna be tangling here. Woo! Mapangale, mapangale. Exactly. That is the moment that is now taking over the game. And to Nyabuansi, the breaking news that the people gonna be now smelling rats somewhere, because the house, it's now being prepared. And I saw the Gunmo was taking over much of the things that were loitered and was spoiling that kind of the Aaron Dante's house. And didn't he know that even the screen was about to break down, and we just squamarized and make sure that the screen was so good. So there's a bigger screen that is located in Aaron Dante's room, and much of even the showers that are located in Aaron Dante's room are so special, meant for Aaron Dante and who? They're so totally different. And what I want to tell people is one. Do you know that when Kenge was building the villa, much of the cubes in the villa are sponsored with individuals sponsored who want to aim and get this kind of the rooms maintained clean. One of the room from the far end east, it is for the demon. She is maintaining that room whenever a visitor comes. Whoever is special, not the crooked, not Nasto, not Mayugno, not Maja, not Priska Sagat, not Paris, they're gonna not have anything in that room. The only rooms that even Nasto, Mayugno, and Maja, this all the people who think about they're gonna be in that group. They're gonna be sleeping in the room which is not plastered and not tiled also. So you can get me. So that is the room they are being thrown into. The only person who was living in a good room was only Gake, because of the maintenance of the villa. And that room was specialized, making sure that it was like a round room, and it was a room that was for accommodation and every sort of the things that were used in the accommodation. He was the only person who was accepted to sleep in a well-maintained room with a shower. Others shower in the river, come back to the villa. That was the real, if you have never been told, everybody in that villa was showering in the river. That's the fact. If people are telling you that, oh, we have showers here, no, nothing like going to the shower. Only Gake was showering, and nobody will be accessing that room. Even if has not been allowed with the Gake to shower in that room. And that room was specialized for him so he can be shooting some videos of the cucumber and sending them to Foskai. Was it all Foskai? Yeah, it was going to be sending to this kind of, even the Foskai was the person who called Nasto. That, have you seen the video that Gake has uploaded? At the middle, there's a raw cucumber uploaded. And Nasto called Gake. Gake was not responding. Nasto called me and confirmed to me, tell Gake to drop that video. I asked why. He told me that don't worry, it has been ordered from above. I don't know if Foskai is the one who is ordering them to make sure that this kind of the videos are dropped. So the Janet harassment, she's no longer now approaching to her own destination. I don't like about her because of some unconditional circumstances of how she is always preparing herself and thinking about she's going to be owning people. So even she's a circus, because whenever she was talking about I'm gonna be taking Pablo Jr., Pablo Jr., I wanna be making sure that boy is where is everything. Now the speaking is more. Action is stronger than words, so they say. Leave the shenanigans and prepare the way. Yeah, that way. Yeah, that's the song. Yeah. So how the things are coming now is clear. So when I was told with Nasto, make sure that you are telling Gake to drop that video. I went and told Gake, man, we have uploaded a video and I've been told that you have to drop it with an immediate effect. So at the time, I now downloaded that video before he could delete it. Because I downloaded, then I told him, you can delete it. So it got onto me. So as I was watching, I saw something black penetrating like a snake in the shallow moon. I'm talking about I'm here and I'm having some of the segment and in the front. And it was carelessly standing and meticulously fantastic erected. So I don't know if they're just always, that's why I've told you, for them to shoot this kind of the videos, because even in that dentist room I saw the talk about Argentina's long nose accessing that room, and whenever she came from there, she was feeling very fantastic. I think she was marinating herself. So as whenever now Kenge gonna be making sure that she was this way, yeah? Yeah, man. And so you think about it is the Luo music in Kenya. So as she was coming out of there, it was about, hey, why are the people going there and coming and they are happy? No one is going there and coming. Why the mood of the face is facing down? You know, everybody is coming from there. Why everything is so fantastic? What is there in Aaron Dante's room? So it is baby oils. And this kind of the machines that they are acting like car washers, eh? So they're gonna be washing the surface area exposed. So the only thing that you do is going and putting the surface area exposed and start laughing where it's rotating. So I don't know if that's the I don't know if that is the moment was there. I'm guessing too, because I saw those kind of the machines located there. So what I know right now, the person who is doing that kind of a job right now there, that is now shaking some legs, and it is rotating somewhere exposed. You understand what I'm talking about? Like a cleaner, the car cleaner, or the stuffs that wash the car. You know how they are rotating and washing the windscreen and the bureau and everything. Eh? So it is now washing somewhere and making sure that you are laughing like a person who has been put with nitrogen oxide 1, and you are now laughing like it is called a crying agent. Eh? So that's the fact. So I never understood it. So everybody was accessing there and coming out where you are happy. I don't know if the condom, that's what she saw and she went to marinate herself. I don't know. Sometimes she was so good, she was acting perpendicularly, but sometimes I don't know if it was not acting perpendicular or it was having a mechanical damage, and she was so brutal, and she was coming outside here to talk about nonsense and shit. I think that was the machine hanged up, and she never knew how to do this kind of the thing. So she had to be so jealous about us and chase us out of that kind of the compound because the machine was not working. I think that is reflecting. And I've seen now that room is now being maintained, and people are being told there's no more accessing of the villa because the new guest is coming. Right now, the girl, right now it's now the time. The demon need some marination. You understand? Need the marination, and laughing like a nitrogen oxide, nitrogen oxide, nitrogen 1 oxide. It's a laughing agent, nitrogen oxide or nitrogen 1 oxide, something like that one. So some people can rectify me, and I think it's a laughing agent, nitrogen 1. So I learned it in my chemistry. I was not poor in class. Yeah, I was very attentive, very much, and that's why I was very attentive at the video whenever I was seeing some people coming out while they are so fantastic and the faces were shining like sun in the morning. Call about out comes the sun. Whoa! Shining on my face again. Yeah, somebody can continue. Mine is short and making sure that you can get the point. So whenever I'm talking about this is the scenario that's now coming to the cracker 2 of the time, because people right now are being marinated. The compound is now clean. Nobody is allowed at the compound of Kenge right now because a new visitor is coming to marinate our pig and make sure that the pork is coming out very meticulous and so fantastic, because this is the session that is always so good, and he's coming to check on the room. Whenever I was talking about every room in the Kenge villa, it was meant for somebody, and people are picking every kind of a cube to support and make that cube specifically to join and make sure that the cube is reaching at the brim top. One of the room I talked about, it was for the D, which is the demon at the downer floor of the eastwards of the villa, and it was meant for her. The second, which is the bedroom second, and the third one was where Gake was. The fourth one is where all the majestically, where the store is, where even rats are running like a safari rally. You think it's the rally that's analyzed in the cube, so that's where you could just visit Nasto if you want to sleep. That's where you could sleep in where the store is, where the rats are running like a safari. You know, Nasto is a rat run. Is it called a rat run? So is a rat run. So is the one who is maintaining the order, making sure. Right now he cannot have an access, and he's the one who was chasing the rats. Very fantastic. Right now, if you tell Nas to go and take sure that the rats are no longer becoming so shenanigans there, you'll see him talking about, hey, I go where the demon is. I don't want to go in such kind of a scenario, because right now the shift of talk about the mandate have shifted. So that kind of the room was where Mayugono could sleep whenever you want to sleep. All the cracker too. Better me, I could just be leaving, coming back home because I don't fear anything. And that's the fact. So the point comes out clean that now the maintenance of everything is now controlled. To the upper top of the villa, we have the other room that the manager was ever sleeping, who is the Ross DJ, rest in peace, wherever she is, in internal memories, and we really recommend, and we have that kind of a gut to come closer and make it happen. And I think we're gonna be having Makumbusho, the remembrance of her. It's gonna be in this year, and we're gonna be making sure that remembrance is so fantastic. And also that room, it was bisected with the room of the Didi uncle, where the Didi uncle was sleeping, because it was maintained with Christmas list was the one who maintained that room until it reached where it was, and it is reflecting onto the gate side. And the other room, it's for the Dante, and the kitchen at the middle there, and now for the mastermind, who is the conjugurator, or we can call him the slavery master, which is Kenge. So that is how that room is analyzed, and everything is so fantastic. So right now, even the demon, she's wondering, there's no kitchen, there's no electricity that can even, so I'm just sympathizing. Why is those kind of the machines, they were using solar system, and that's why it was getting around midnight, the solar is boom, and the people who don't know, the solars have a failure. So people think about, oh, the solars are working up to the morning. There's no day it has ever reached in the morning. Whenever it reaches at midnight, hey, the lithium is full, is nothing now. So even the lithium are only 3 of them. So whenever it reaches, so those kind of the machines, the sex toy machines, they are located there like something else. So there are many. So whenever you need this one, there's another one overhand. I think that one is what the demon likes. But that one of like a car washer, hey, that one is fantastic. You can even laugh like something else and don't remember who you are. So the fact comes out. And you know how the demon is also laughing. So whenever it is so you will just analyze what I'm talking about. So that's the real fact. And right now she needs such kind of the services. That kind of the services is not now the demon need, because she needs to alternatively deal with the surface area exposed simultaneously and in a homologous solution, and make sure that everything that is attaching there, because it will corrode the surface area exposed inside in the uterus. So she has to use every clean object. So right now they don't want any share. That's why I chased everybody out to make sure that whenever she's going and making sure that she's sleeping like a rat this way, whenever it wanted to be bisected, so it is this way, and she's hey, we think it's a goat. Hey. So have you ever had a male goat? I don't know. You know, it has to make sure that it is leaking, yeah? So as it can vamoose its own flesh and make sure that it is so fantastic whenever it's going to be going into entanglement of the movement. So that's the real fact. So right now, everything is under control. So when this kind of the people that are making sure that this kind of the rooms are maintained, so Aaron Dante sent 2 boys who they came and I saw them, but I never knew the name. They were having during that time like 4,000 or 5,000, 4, 5, 6,000 subscribers there. 623 something, 6,230 something subscribers they were. During that time, I was not even recommendable that time. So I was still hanging like a cucumber. So you can understand me. I was hanging like a cucumber, yeah. So the fact is now coming out clean that this kind of the guys, they came with a smart screen. So they came with this, it was like a 50-inch screen, and they were so meticulous, so fantastically, logistically good, and they were getting some shout-outs there, and they came with the beds, they came with the pillows, they came with everything to assemble that room. And it was the first room to be assembled. Even Kenge could not have even a bed. So Kenge was using a bed of Gunimo. And it broke one day whenever he was using DJ Perez, the sausage girl. And you know, the sausage girl was so huge. And Kenge could not even put her on top. Because of what? Because he cannot do that one. You know, the surface area, whenever now you put the leg here, the other leg here, you leave this kind of a surface area going down a little bit, to make sure that now whenever you are now you can push up, yes, you can understand me. So Kenge cannot do that one whenever you know that the bed is not bedding good. So Kenge was making sure that is always on top, like what? On top like brew band, on top like margarine, So it was every time was on top like margarine, making sure that it's on top of the bread. And whenever you enclose it with another bread, now it becomes at the middle. So it is. You can understand me? Exactly. So that was the point. So the bed broke. It was for Gunmo, and it was transported at night with no one could know. Now Kenge bought a bed which is very short and precise, and the legs are very short. The legs of the bed are short, and now the ones that will never give him. You know, now sometimes you have to do like a press up. You have to do like press up. So whenever he's putting himself onto the bed this way. So the press up is yeah man. That was the sound of the Didi uncle. It was, yeah, man. Yeah, you can understand the press up. You know, press up is sometimes so hard for some people to perform. So you can understand me here. Exactly. So the press up sometimes, and you know, the more you do like press ups, the more they talk about the surface area, the carelessly hanging object it is going like a safari rally. So you can understand. So I'm teaching you out of experience and what I saw, and what I always make sure that people are gonna be getting the real fact, because we are here to reveal and rectify much of the mistakes that were done, and for the people should not go back to such kind of the mistakes again, and that is the real fact about it. So whenever we are just rushing to the other position, talking about how the things are going to be going, and now people are told that no more at the villa, and I'm still sympathizing with one lady called Anastasia. Oh my living God, Anastasia. Now she is told that the machine is coming, and I don't know if they're going to be bringing, what they don't know is they think about the solar system going to be driving the washing machine. Guys, can you tell them even a fridge can never be with the standard. They either add another batteries and solars and make sure that they're going to be driving and backuping the other 3 lithium batteries to make sure that the electricity is reaching onto the house more fantastic. But this time round, they're going to be seeing legitimacy. Hey, things are so heterozygous. So that is the real effect that's coming out more fantastic from this kind of the position. So right now, the only thing that's there, it's only the lightings, and talk about even the Wi-Fi. They were closed. There's nothing like Wi-Fi there. The people are talking about the Gintus. They are surviving with the Wi-Fi of Kenge. I'm still sympathizing. Kenge doesn't have even right now a Wi-Fi. He never paid. So it was cut. That moment where Kenge cannot pay even a Wi-Fi. Pay for the Wi-Fi, cannot pay for the Wi-Fi. He just talked about now, this kind of the Wi-Fi, they are eating my money for free, so I have to go for Starlink. Now, what did the Starlink do? Don't be stupid, Kenge, sometimes. Act with perpendicularly, pay the bills. Pay some people, even electricity not to come to your area. You are pending bills, and you are bringing some shenanigans. You are telling people, you know, this kind of the people, they have envy with you, envy my food. So it's you not paying the bills. That's why electricity can never reach your position. And you always use that whenever an electrician or this kind of the officers who are engaged with making sure that the rural rectification is handled, you're talking about your small people. Let me call the MP, the area MP, member of parliament. Let me talk to my friend Jalango, who is a member of parliament of Nairobi Langata, and you want to differentiate with the Migori County, Kuria West sub-county. And you are thinking about now, Jalango will help you with what? Is he ruling in Kuria West? And you're calling the MP of here telling you that write names of the whole village. Kenge want for himself. And if people doesn't understand what I'm talking about, I was there in electrification whenever Kenge was ever promising that he needed the electricity to his own villa. And he was told, why are you having envy? Why do you want you yourself? And why can't you talk about our village has 50 people who need electricity? We need a transformer to be placed in our area so as we can have. And the Kenge is just talking about, even if it's going to be coming from Nyabohanse, I want electricity to my villa. That's the point that you are getting it wrong, and people will never ever hesitate to talk about let everybody lose it, and that's the fact. That's why you saw electricity was cut, and it is just like 100 meters from Uncle Mose, from the father. Even the father doesn't have, which is the conduit. It is just from the conduit to where the electricity is. It is just like 20 meters. And there's no electricity there. Because of what? Their own mentality of the bullshitment they have just gotten to their brain. They think about they're going to be controlling everything. Better you talk to this kind of the people you think is our officers who are working harmlessly. They can help you. Than talking about now you have refused. I want to call the manager of electricity in Kenya. I want to call this kind of the person. I want to call the area MP. If the area MP cannot do it, I want to be calling my friend MP from Langata, who is called Jalango TV, so as he can just lure our MP and tell our MP that you know where Kenge messed, it's the time of the party. Talking about they're going to be having a 30-day party. Even the MP was talking about how can an individual make a party of 30 days and he's talking about he need electricity. Why couldn't he put even a transformer? And he's talking about want electricity for himself. With stupidity of the highest order. So contain the village. Make sure that you are writing the names. The MP told him very fantastic. He told him that I want you to write the names of the people who are lacking electricity and send them to me. And I want to be holding that kind of a time. It's called Witacho. And he was told that when he talked about here. So I'm going to be solidarizing and make sure that I'm getting the people who are in need. He never did. He talked about now this area MP is giving me much of the conditions. I don't want those ones. I want to have my own transformer. So as whoever want to get electricity from me, he's going to be sourcing from me and paying me. And do you think that you are that's how you want? It's the same whenever he brought the solars. He talked about you're going to be now putting more solars to transform and make sure that you're going to be bringing the solar. I'll talk about the electricity to the village and the people will be paying. If you are a legacy, you are a legend. You are a person who can make things so as people can study from there. Why can't you help and talk about this is my village. Let me transform it and be a Amaro village. But now you're thinking about your own self. Tumbo risilo Shiba, you're thinking about, donations come, me. Whenever, my family. No, my family. Get into A, my family. Get into B, my family. Get into C, my family. Get into D, my family. Get into A, family. Get into B, family. Get into D. No. Exactly. That's the point. And now to alliteratively come to this kind of the point clear, we have to see things in another mode. And if we see things in another mode, we're going to be so beneficial and we're going to be acting perpendicularly. That is the time that Kenge is not having that time. He thinks about whenever people now will be talking about, Kenge has a transformer, or Kenge has solars, it will be now adding his own value. A value of nothing. A value of bullshit nothing. And that is the defect that you are having in your village. And that's why right now you can address no one. Because people have never seen. You're talking about taking people to school. Right now, Anastasia, she is at home. She has been chased from the point that she was eating from. Imagine she was not even accessing a shower in that house. She was going to bath in the river where you are polluting the river, releasing your own sewage from your own area and releasing it to the river. And they're showering there. Again, come back. Again, use the water. Again, go to the river. Again, shower. And you are just making things. It is recycling the body, or you are recycling water now. So whenever I come out clean to tell about this kind of the things should be abolished with this kind of the lunatic psychopathism and the mongoloid solution like Kenge. It has to happen because we have to pump the knowledge, which is the good knowledge. People learned, my friend. Don't think about people never went to school. And the fact that we have to come out clean is to tell the people that we're going to be having a shift. We're going to be having something alliterative. And people can ever get it. And people will study and make sure that they're going to be getting this kind of the things. And once upon a time, not think that you'll ever be there. People are coming. After 5 years, going to be coming, another person will be at the top. 5 years coming, another person in the top. You'll just get that kind of the moment. And they'll be treating you that way. Because you'll be a legend sitting at home and relaxing and talking about the solars want now to help me. Just be a real man. Invest in things that you know you can invest, not in the solar. When you see Pasi, she is using a candle. Pasi is using a traditional light called kibatari, and you're thinking about now they have to suffer that way so they can ever be appreciating me. I have money. They'll come to my gate, knock the gate. Argentina long nose come out where the nose is strengthened, and she has occurred a red mood, and she's now coming to the gate telling us. What do you want? No, babe. I've said I don't want to see this kind of the people here. They don't want to know. And that's the what now Kenge needs. Whenever you'll be seeing this kind of the people being chased, that I don't want to see you here. When you want to be a legend, be a legend. Because whenever people know that this kind of a person, yes, it can have more money than what we access. We can go there, be offered a job. We can go there and get something good from there. It's something that is so good for them to analyze and study. And they're going to be talking about, this is the moment to go forward. I really like such kind of a person who can just think beyond the nature, not think think to the buttocks wherever the buttocks are in the back. A person who can even think beyond it and talk about our area doesn't have electricity. What can we do to have the electricity? You're thinking about yourself. You're thinking about how the donations will come for you to buy the Pampers. You're thinking about how you're going to be conjugating your lady and satisfying her. You are just talking about how the dress space are just hitting you here and there and thinking about we are just negotiating this kind of the affidavit. We are no longer accepting this kind of the alliterations. And for us to get forward, it's a meaning, and it's going to be happening this way, that we need a change. And this kind of a change is becoming alliterative. And alliterative means that we should act perpendicularly per unit ecosystem we are. So as we can make it happen, that is the movement that we need. If it's not that kind of a movement, we are losing it. And we're going to be losing it, we're going to be bumping it up, because we're going to be talking about once upon a time people were having the YouTube was ever there and ever. People talk about ever there, ever there, ever there. And they could have just done this kind of the. And the king is only talking about the villagers to sell land to them, their own home, so as they can sell them again to the Europeans, to the white people, to the Mzungu, to the everyone who needs them in a higher price, and make sure that they are putting out this kind of the people while liquoring them. So it's something that they are weakening the villagers and thinking about they're going to be bringing the whole of the Wazungu to their area and talk about now this is your base, settle here, I want to be rich, I want to be acting, I want to be white. Do you think that whenever you put all the Wazungus around you, you'll be white? Are you going to be pale? Are you going to be white, bluish? I don't matter with such kind of the scenario. So the only affidavit and the portfolio to come out with is act perpendicularly. For the outer, thank you very much. For Caster, she has got much of the surgery. It went good, and people are still contributing. I've seen they have reached 19%, which is 11,000 approaching 12,000 United States dollars, and I think we are moving so fantastic, and the guys are gonna be coming back home. So much of the people are asking about where she is in New Delhi in India, and much of the people wanted to visit her live. And to the real fact is there's no one ever came out with which kind of the hospital, because we have 5 hospitals in India. And the one that she was, it was in Delhi, and people are asking about, can we visit, because we are in Delhi, so you can visit her and check on her and leave her much of our sorrowfulness and much of the things. But to the real effect of the time, nobody came out to talk about it, because the mother was not responding to that one, and maybe for the security purposes, but we are sorry about that one. And next time we're going to be talking about, she's going to be in Kenya, and I think she has landed in Kenya, if I'm not wrong, so as you can just have extended healing of the surgery that occurred onto the breast cancer. And it's going to be a testimony to everyone, and she's going to be coming out once upon a time to talk about it, but she's going to be frightened. And the encouragement that we're going to be giving her is we are praying to the living God so as she can have an arid position, as she's going to be getting to the real mood of the time and accepting herself. The only good thing is accepting herself. Despite anything that will be cut, that will be happening to her body, she has to accept whatever has to happen, so as she can continue. If she's gonna not accept herself the way she will be, whenever she will be checking on, and the best moment is the mother should not give her the past videos or the past pictures she ever had. Even for me, what I'm thinking about the pictures as how she was, she will be remaining with how she was in like 2 of them. Others should be dismantled and be burnt, because whenever she will ever get such kind of an album and talk about I want to check on how I was, she will be crying and not accepting herself. I could be this way, I could be this way, I could be this way. It's a moment that will be so hard for her to accept, but if she accepts it, she's going to be going forward, because this is an encouragement from its Alaskogintu, because I've seen much of the things, because even my mom, she was ever having this kind of the scenario of the brucella, and you know the time of the brucella, she was not even walking. We were told that she's going to be cut the legs, and we were talking about, oh my living God, she's going to be cut the legs here and there, but we told her about she has to accept this kind of the things, because if she accepts it, everything going to be coming. So for Caster, this is just a moment, and I'm going to be talking about accept yourself and make sure that things are just happening happening, and the contribution is undergoing because they are needing $60,000, and we have reached about $11,000, which is approximately 19% of the money has been contributed already to the platform. And also, congratulations to our lady Minihawi for delivering, and is a baby boy, a baby guy? I think it's a baby girl, and I think everything is so fantastic. We're going to be knowing the name. If it's Cloudy, it's going to be called Claudia, and things going to be coming out very fantastic. If it's a boy, Cloud. If it's a girl, Claudia. Exactly. You can just understand it. So the moment is that she's now at home, and they're taking care of their baby, and this is the first baby that CJ is getting. Congratulations, my brother, because it's not so easy for you to be in such kind of a position now, a father, not an embryo father like the demon here. Now you are a baby father of somebody, the baby daddy of somebody. Exactly. And everything is so fantastic. Congratulations to everyone, and we're going to be coming to congratulate and also rectify much of the some miscellaneous events that people are always throwing us into, and we're going to be making sure that everything is so fantastic coming out closely. And it's not been so easy for me. How many, wherever you are, welcome, and keep it tuned, and blessed the days are kundos, and thank you very much for you having that kind of a good moment, because it has not been easy for the 9 months until she has got us in the real world of Kenya. And Kenya, whenever you are born in Kenya, you are already a Form 6. You understand? Grade 16. Exactly. And we're going to be talking about that is God's miracles and making it happen. It's not everyone who delivers everything comes. So she had accepted herself and talked about I want to be going and pressing with my own affidavit, because it's not the first one, and there the things are always coming out. Thank you very much. It's not been easy, because I know the labor pain, and I know how things, not that I'm a lady too, but I understand, because once upon a time I have a story that I was driving a very big truck with the stones, and I got a woman sleeping in the road, and I talked about what's the problem, and I talked about, my conductor was there talking about, hey, come, what's the problem with that kind of a person? Is it a hijack? And talked about, sometimes whenever you are just walking with a truck, you find somebody sleeping on the road, you think about, maybe we are trapped here, so you can just stop so as people can attack us. So whenever you just reached there, I just stopped, I pressed the horn, nobody's just responding. She was just uplifting the hands up and down, the stomach was bellying. So I talked about, hey, can you just take this kind of a guy to the truck? And whenever I placed them to the truck, I saw some waters coming out of the truck, and I talked about, is it a leakage of petrol or a leakage of diesel? So it was something that you understand, whenever things gonna be coming out clearly, the thing gonna be busting there. So I think the moment is not scary for you, and we had to reach to the hospital as fast as possible. And I was told that you have to get out of the truck, and they accessed her onto the truck, and now the truck was something else. From there, now everything was so I had to accept the way and go back to the work. And whenever she was now delivered onto the truck, I was. So I understand that kind of the moment, and I talk about even me, I support the females too much, and Ramadan Kareem to everyone, and making sure that everything's so fantastic. I appreciate for everyone who has been tuned and locked in to make sure that you are watching the video and pressing the Ramadan. Today is full of information, guys. Information. And people are going to be getting this kind of the moment, and kudos to everyone who has been locked. And from the Ramadan Kareem and Mubarak, also, I have the breaking news of the new car gonna be coming called the Real G car. It's coming back to Nyabwanse. They are coming out from Mombao, and things gonna be coming out very fantastic. Keep it tuned, keep it locked. Wagwa!